Real Trees Midwest Whitetail is brought to you by RTP Outdoors, Redneck Blinds, Hoyman Tree Saws, Cuddyback, Ozonics, Nikon, Easton Arrows, America's Best Bowstrings, Viking Solutions, and Real Tree Edge. Hunt with an edge.
It's August 22nd, and this might be the very last time I go out on one of these summer scouting missions. We'll see how it goes tonight, but each evening now for the past several nights I'm seeing less and less deer. And like I've talked about several times, I'm pretty sure that's because they're in the timber eating acorns. But the spot I'm going to tonight is another one of my favorites, and I'm surprised I didn't think of it sooner. It's a spot that I call Old Reliable, and the name kind of speaks for itself. It's a spot that's isolated back into the timber, about a 4-acre field. Normally it's planted. There's beans in there this year, but the drought that we had all through July and into the first half of August has pretty much slowed the growth of everything that we planted. So now it's just a matter of the deer, keeping the pressure on, and the beans aren't able to grow fast enough to stay ahead of them. So we'll see what's back there. I don't expect it to be, a really good, robust food plot, but hopefully there's some food there. The other upside is there's a great big giant oak tree not too far from where I'm going to film that I know is loaded up with acorns. I drove past there a couple weeks ago when I went in and planted some big and beastie in this plot, kind of a way to rescue it. And when I went past, that tree was just absolutely slammed with acorns. So I'm going to set up where I can film that. So hopefully if the deer aren't coming out to the beans, they're at least coming out to the acorns, and we'll get a chance to see what's coming out on Old Reliable this evening. I thought that buck was never going to leave. He was wearing me out, just going back and forth about 22, 24 yards away. The wind was blowing from him to me, so I'm sure that's why he didn't pick me up. But I'm out here pretty much in the open. I mean, I'm standing behind one little small bush. Took him a long time before he finally saw me. Just a 1.5-year-old buck. I've got an hour left now before the end of filming light, roughly. And he made quite a bit of commotion, but he didn't crash into the woods, so he never really was super spooked. He just knew there was something weird over here in this bush that he didn't like. So hopefully something still comes out. Just a beautiful, beautiful evening. I'd say it's about 75, low 70s. Very light wind out of the north. The kind of day that you just enjoy being outside. Standing on the edge of a mutilated bean field hoping for a 5-year-old buck to walk out. So that's the mission. And like I said, this may be my last summer scouting. Oop, there he goes. Dang it. I was kind of hoping he'd just sneak off quietly. Check back anyway, and either way, I'm going to start bringing you more and more updates. I'll get my trail cameras out pretty soon. That's a big deal for me. You know, might as well take a minute now and talk about what my strategy is. I mean, this summertime scouting is just for fun, really. The serious work starts about the 10th of September for me. I get my trail cameras out and I try to find the bucks in their fall ranges. Right now, they're still in their summer ranges. And once they shed their velvet and break up their bachelor groups, then they will spread out into their fall ranges. And of course, that's what's most interesting to us as hunters, is where they spend the fall. That starts to happen, like I said, right when they shed their velvet, but by the 10th of September, you're getting a feel for it. So that's roughly when I begin running my trail cameras and getting real serious about trying to put patterns on some of these deer. This year I'm going to be trying to find some 5-year-old bucks. I'm sure they're out there. The cameras will find them. And then I'll go to work on trying to pattern those deer. That's what this video blog is going to be for the rest of the year. It's going to be me finding and patterning bucks, and hopefully, and then hunting them throughout the season. So keep checking back, and every time I get out, I'm going to post one of these. Well, I appreciate you joining me so far. Evening's not over, so you never know. Something could still come out.